Limiting mindsets are the devil. They are telling you can't do it, that you're never... Hey everybody, it's Alyssa back again on the Making Mommy Move show. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited to dive into the goal challenge again with you. If you haven't tuned in yet, I'm going to link some episodes below so that you can go back and rewatch and join the journey with us as we are working on setting and accomplishing our goals before the start of the new year. We're getting a head start on these goals so that come January, we are already ahead of the game, we feel accomplished, and we just keep moving with the flow. Today's episode, I'm excited to chat with you about the mindset piece of goal setting because, as you know, it can be really difficult trying to overcome and get out of your own way. So in this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about this because this is something that I struggle with, that Larry struggles with, and we really want to see you take action in your life and really just baby steps. Every consistent baby step, you're going to see the needle moving in your life and in your business for good. And when you are taking the consistent action and really showing up for yourself, you're going to see so many things change in a positive way. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of limiting mindsets and how we kind of get in our own way, and then what you can do to reshape those mindsets so you move out of your way and really start showing up for yourself in the way that you need to be. So limiting mindsets, that can be like a difficult concept to kind of comprehend, but you could relate it to like the angel and the devil on your shoulder. Limiting mindsets are the devil. They are telling you can't do it, that you're never going to make money, that you are a mom so you can't do these things, that any kind of negative thing that you're going to be saying to yourself, this is a limiting mindset. And when you believe these limiting mindsets, it prevents you from taking action, or it keeps you standing still, which again prevents you from taking action. So this is kind of like standing in your own way if you're preventing yourself from taking action and you're just kind of like still in the moment and you're not moving the needle toward your goals. So what this might look like is, let's say that you want to start a business, and instead of taking the small actions that it would take, so maybe starting a Facebook page and your Instagram page and a TikTok page or a YouTube page, instead of doing those things, you're just not doing them at all, or you're talking about doing them but not actually doing them. If you're trying to walk around the corner and somebody's standing in your way, this is you standing in your own way. Instead of taking the small actions to work on accomplishing this goal of starting a business, you're just not doing anything, which is almost worse because you have these intentions and this promise that you made to yourself and you're not following through on it. So you're feeling kind of beside yourself, probably a little frustrated, maybe stressed because your situation isn't changing, and because you're not making any changes or taking any action, the situation again isn't changing. So if you're stressed about your financials, or you're stressed about your relationship, or you're stressed about whatever problem you're having, if you're not taking any action to change those problems associated with those feelings, you're still going to feel those feelings. Larry just went through this recently because he's starting a real estate inspired business and he is feeling stressed about our financials, but he wasn't working and he wasn't doing anything for the business to be able to change that. So it came down to, hey, honey, you really need to, we had some really deep conversations. And basically it came down to, hey, honey, if you're feeling this way, it's because you're not taking action toward accomplishing your goal and you're not working. So you need to make a change one way or the other. If you don't want to start your business, that's fine. I support you, but you need to get another job then. And if you don't want to have another job, then you need to work on your business. And that's just what it comes down to. You have to do it scared, even though it's something you've never done before, and show up for yourself. Do the things that you need to do to be able to see the changes that you want to see in your life. So those are kind of some limiting mindsets that you might be experiencing, and ways to reshift them or to think about them is something that I do that I find really powerful, is to act as if. And what this means is to basically put yourself in the headspace of what you believe this person would be doing if you were each of these things. So if I were a successful business person, if I were a multi-million-dollar, if I had a multi-million-dollar net worth, if I had, gotten published in a magazine for my event design, if I were a florist that, books high-dollar clients, this is what I believe that she would be doing. And then I do those things and I act like her. So that kind of florist might have a lot of confidence in her meeting. She might feel like she's done these things before. She'll feel like a professional. She'll have a certain process. So that's where I kind of take on that persona and I act like her, because as I continue to act like that person, that persona, and that vision that I have in my head, the more I will become that person. So for Larry, that might look like if he were a successful real estate, salesperson, if he were booking a lot of deals, if he were the owner of multiple real estate properties, this is how he would be acting. This is how he'd be feeling. This is how he'd be presenting himself. And then you follow through on each of those things. And maybe you give yourself an alternate ego. Maybe you say, okay, I'm Sophie, or okay, I'm, Laura, or whatever you want to call yourself. And this is how Laura acts. Do those things and watch yourself change and actually accomplish the goals that you want to see, because you're acting like the person that would be accomplishing those goals. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a mind trick that you play on yourself, but it really works for me. So in creating like this personal brand and having this podcast and everything, it's like, okay, a successful podcaster and a YouTuber will have confidence to show up on camera. She'll be funny and like kind and have a bubbly energy. So these are all the things that I think that this person would have. So now I just do it. Like I act like that person. And even though I might not feel like that, even though I might feel shy, I might feel reserved, I might feel like I don't have the confidence to do it, when I put that hat on, it's like I can do anything. And even though it might seem scary, it might not seem like myself, or somebody might have something to say about it, it doesn't matter, because I'm working on my goals. This is something that I need to do for myself and for my business, and I'm going to show up in that way. So in the same sense, when you're having these limiting mindsets and you need to reframe them, you might just need to think about the opposite of whatever that limiting mindset is. So if it's like you keep saying to yourself, I'll never have money because I grew up in a poor household that never valued money, then you might need to tell yourself, I do have money. Like reframe it so that it's like, I do have money. I am diligent with my money. I am investing my money. I will see the fruits of my investments. Tell yourself these mantras, shift it however you need to, so that it's kind of the opposite of whatever you're telling yourself, and believe it with everything in your soul, because when you keep saying these things to yourself over and over again, you're going to feel so much better. Like, you just have to do it. I promise. Take these actions and see your life change, and report back to me on Instagram, because I want to hear about it. And I just start making these small changes. You're going to see so much change in your life, and it's really going to help you accomplish your goals. And at the end of the day, this is what the goal challenge is for. We're trying to help you accomplish your goals. We're trying to help you move the needle in your life and in your business, so that you're able to do the things that you promised yourself you would do. We want to see intentional action. We want to see you really move the needle in your life and in your business. And we're here to support you along the way, because we're doing it with you. I promise you're going to do great things, and we can't wait to see it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.